Okay, so we're here. I want to give you a little demonstration on how to repair a bad board in a floating floor that we did here recently. We've got a bad board we're going to take out and replace. So just okay, so this board right here is the one we're going to take out. Luckily, I was able to find one the exact same length. So this is actually a floating floor, just a tongue and groove engineered wood. So we're going to cut this board out, replace it with this one because it's a bad board. So what we're going to do is we're going to score me 3 lines in this, or 2 lines. The length of the board here, and then I'll take the centerpiece out. What edges are left, we'll pull that way and pull that way, and then clean up our edges inside there, and that'll get us ready to put our new piece down, and I'll show you how to do that just as soon as we get this process over with. We'll be back. Okay, so we got our slits cut in the board here. Come up here a little closer. We got our slits cut all the way through, so that the centerpiece is completely free here. And it is very important that you try to get as close to the edge of this as you can. That way it don't damage this piece when you're pulling this out. You want this to be completely separated from the outside pieces. So on both ends I got it as close as I could. To make this cut, so I just used the Rockwell here instead of using the skill saw and getting a big mess here inside the house. So with this being cut, I'm going to pull the centerpiece out first. I'm just using a flathead screwdriver and a sumo lifter. There we go. Pull the centerpiece out first. Now this is a glued together floor because it's a floating floor, so these are going to be glued to the pieces next to the side of them. So I don't want to get right in the seam here with my screwdriver because it's going to damage the board beside it. So what I want to do is just get maybe about in the center of this piece here. I'm going to tap my screwdriver into it a little bit. It's got a bite on it. Now I'm going to knock it that direction. Hopefully it'll separate it from the glue there. Okay, well that's definitely some good glue, so it's going to take us a few minutes to get this out and cleaned up, so we'll come back when we get it cleaned up at the final results, and we'll show you after we get it cleaned up and how to install the next board. Okay, welcome back. So we have got this all cleaned up, replaced our tore up pad underneath there. Come on down a little bit. See, we got it all cleaned up here, ready to go. Fixed our pad that we cut up and stuff like that. So now this stuff is tongue and groove, so we're not going to be able to slide it back in like that. So what we gotta do, we're gonna leave the tongue. I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna cut this bottom tongue off at this end here. And off the back side, I'm gonna cut this bottom tongue off. I'm gonna cut this tongue off here, which is this. And then I'm gonna cut this bottom tongue off here. What that'll do, and I'm also gonna shave off this tongue here. Then it'll just fit right in there, flop right down into place. That's the plan. We'll be back. Okay, we're back. So I just want to show you the board before we put it down. Come on up here. So we actually took the bottom lip off right there. Now here it is. We just took and cut it right off. The same thing with this back lip. So we don't have no groove on either side. And then we took the tongue off, which is here. This is the back groove. And the reason we do that, like I said a while ago, is because there's no way of getting that under there and in there. So we left this front tongue. Now what we want to do is just leave it in there since it's got all the other tongues off. We're going to apply, come on down here, come this way. This tongue right in there just like that. And now this is just going to work like a hinge. So we're going to apply some glue in here. Apply some glue right there. And right there. Put it in and tape it and we'll be good to go. We're going to use the Shaw tongue and groove wood flooring adhesive. This is for engineered flooring. Don't want to get a hold on it. We don't want to make a mess with it, but we want enough to hold it. So what I'm going to do, stick my tip right dead in the groove there. And I'm just going to ease pressure on it. I want enough to get in the groove. There we go. And again, just a little bit here. No doubt this is going to squeeze out a little bit on this part. Okay, now we're just going to apply this in, just like I showed a while ago. Push it all the way forward, and then push it down. It should fit right in there nice and snug. Okay, so something I forgot to mention. Come on over here real quick. I want to raise this back up. I actually had to cut the length off of this a little bit. So this is a beveled wood, so the bevel is gone. So to make that go right back like it should be, blend in, take a black Sharpie and just hit that edge right there. Wipe off the excess with a rag. Okay, so there we go, just a little bit of glue around the edges. We can take care of that with a wet rag, not a wet, just a damp, because we don't want the water to seep down in there on the glue. We want to keep the glue dry like it's supposed to be. There you go. That's how to resolve a bad board and a floating floor.